All right, I'm back with the Philadelphia bike data set, just kind of in the middle. And boy, when I came back to look at this, I was not loving just the way I left everything unlabeled, which is fine. A lot of times when you're in progress on a report and you don't have a label for everything. And in this case, I'm doing exploratory data analysis, but I got to do something to make this look a little better. So when I come back to it, my first reaction isn't ew. So I will show a few things. Oh wow, I don't know where to put myself on this one. Maybe I don't need to. So let's see. Let's add a basic title and then beautify some of this. I don't have a ton of time before I got to get back to the grind. So I'm just pulling stuff around. I call it the grind, but I enjoy my day job as an analytics lead. So don't let my use of the term grind lead you astray. Okay, so oh boy, stuck on caps lock. Philadelphia um, public bikes data set, and we can change that again later, maybe to make it a little bit sweeter. And get an underline. And maybe also if we actually have a direction we want to go with it, then maybe we can make it specific. So I'm going to take this, and one tool I haven't shown so far, a formatting tool that's great, is instead of having to eyeball this and go back and forth, I'm going to make this bigger. That's not. Oh wait. And so fit the box to that. I'm going to click on this box and go. I want to center this now, so I'll go to Format, and then we have bring forward, backward. Nothing's going to be over it, so we don't have to worry about that. But I do want to align. And you can see here, I want to align center. So align center brings it into the horizontal center, and then I want to align to the top. And then those are very useful tools. And then now that I know that's centered, something else really simple that I picked up from a teammate, and I don't know if we need it here, but it will help balance these out, would be to just put a line straight through here. So I'm going to go to Insert, and then Shapes, find this line, and I want to rotate this line. And we can do rotation. I don't have any text with it, so we'll just do rotation 90 degrees. And now we'll do the same thing. I want to center this on the page. So Format, Align, Center. And now that gives me an idea when I look at these other, I'm going to make this much smaller and do the same thing. So make it smaller, Align, Center. And now I can see how off these guys are. So I don't have a necessarily a great way of making sure they're the same distance away, but I'll just kind of try to eyeball it there a little bit. I'm starting up. So now what I'd like to do is I definitely want these to be aligned by height. So I can click them both, go to Format, Align, and we're aligning the top of each to the top of each other there. Okay, so that looks good. That looks better. And look, this is still not the most beautiful. This ridiculous title, I'm just going to turn it off. And probably also, no, I definitely need, in the legend, I'm going to rename this legend because I didn't take the time to rename these. Actually, maybe I'll come in here and redo kiosk type. And there's probably a way that I could go through and change all of the column names to not say features properties, and maybe we could do that in a different time. But for now, we'll just call it kiosk type here at the higher level, one of the principles of um, data engineering that I've learned is that you want to push any changes as closest to the source as they can get, because then you don't have to repeat them. It seems pretty simple. So instead of changing it in the visual, I change it in the column. Uh, Clearly, that can go. You can get way deeper with that when you start working with other data sources, and you can change your column names on the data sources. But that's not the scope of what we're taking here. Wow, I really got to um, turn off these visuals. So, okay, so we've made it look a little bit nicer with just a little bit of time. And one thing I also want to show is, let's see here. Let's just, well, this is an updated API that we're going from. So when we update this, these numbers should change. So I have not tested this beforehand. This will be an um, interesting data set. And then let's see. Oh, kiosk type won't change. So let's add something interesting so that we get the map to change as well. And so we want to know, in this case, the size of the dot. I'm going to have that go with we have the doc ID. So we can look at the max doc ID for each of these and to see how many docs they have. So station doc ID. I'm just going to pull out docs available, doc number. It's not doc ID, doc number. I'm going to make that the bubble size and count of doc number. Oh, okay. Of course, the count would also do it. Um, so, in fact, max, for some reason, if they started at 30 and went to 36. So that's a little bit more kludgy, but then when you zoom in, it makes more sense. Okay, this one's a big one. This is just a little guy on this park here. Um, and so that's actually really helpful if you're a user to know, okay, this is a big station. And maybe we could have, when we were investigating on the last one, to see which ones might have touchscreens versus the other type, we might have been able to use the size. Now I'm seeing something a little bit more here where we're in the center. I'm guessing those are the touchscreen ones. Uh, gotta go to Philadelphia to check it out, but I'm here in California. All right. So what did I want to do? I want to see. Let's kind of trigger on some basic stuff here. Count of station doc ID. So we've got 896 available electric bikes. That should probably change by a little bit today. Um, and when because again, we'll check out this data set is from an API that we got. So it's a JSON that I believe is pushed. I don't know how often, maybe every 15 minutes. We could go back and research our data set, which in real life is a great thing to do. The last time it was updated was 5 days ago or 4 days ago, according to this. So let's refresh the preview, and we can see the new update time. All right, so 8:49:13. Let's try that again. Let's see how if we. Oh, 8:40. Interesting. I wonder if that has put it into my time zone. Um, all right, so we'll close and apply. I think it probably is in our time zone. So 8:96. This should probably change. Oh no, I didn't actually refresh. We didn't make any changes there. So if we refresh now, we should have the new update time. And actually, okay. So we've seen the number here move a little bit, and last update is critical for users. I feel like I underestimate that still. So I'm going to put last update here. You see it puts this, listening to too much Arnold, puts it in this weird format where the hierarchy is date hierarchy is super useful, but that's not what we want to show today. So last updated, let's make that look a little nicer, at least just in the visual. So I'm going to come here to the column, last updated. Renamed it last updated, and that is pretty cool. And I'm just going to put this in the upper left, almost like I kind of like it in the upper. I like it in the upper left because you don't want people coming to the wrong conclusion. I pretty much always like to start with the most interesting thing in the upper left and then go down from there. So in this case, this is just a check you need to do. It's almost like you ran a test. So you don't want people looking at something and then realizing, making an observation, then finding out, oh, it's broken or behind schedule. So well, with that, we've done a refresh and we did some very basic um, layout stuff here at the top. And then we made these bubbles bigger by changing the bubble size. And now we see, wow, we got some big bike places over here, right by the hospital. Looks just like a lot of awesome urban walking and biking areas down there. So that's it for today. I will save this and give it a name finally. But hope you have a good one. Hope you learned something.